Next is Xavier. My little puppies. My little puppy guys. Favorite kitty cat. Cat. I mean, kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. I really do love Xavier, like, a lot. He's such a great character. Your existence lights up this world like a burst of brilliant fireworks. Oh, that's stressful. I think after this one, I'm gonna, like, get up and stretch for a second, because it's gonna take drama. In the dark hours of the night, lights shine on a license plate in the distance. A cargo truck speeds along a winding road. Two predators have hijacked crucial supplies. Now, they're in the middle of a fleeing to the southern district.
Hey! Give us a ride!
At the roadside, a patrol car with a flat tire is parked at an angle. Several enforcers wearing identical uniforms wave at us. Their eyes are full of hope. Without slowing down, Xavier keeps his eyes fixed on the road ahead. He steps on the gas, and our vehicle accelerates past them at a breakneck speed. You're just going to drive past them?
I've only been with the LCBI for 6 months. It wouldn't be weird if I couldn't recognize all my colleagues yet.
Baby boy, they're in uniform. Sweetheart. Good point. Forget them. Let's chase after our target. The scenery blurs outside the windows as the distance between our car and the target's vehicle steadily shrinks. Just as we're about to catch up, Xavier glances at the dashboard.
We're about to go past the speed limit. Should I slow down?
No, baby. There aren't any cameras or speed traps on this road. I'll pretend I didn't see anything.
I'll ask earlier next time.
Yes. With my permission, the red needle on the speedometer rapidly climbs and reaches 200. Wait, I didn't say floor it! Late into the night, Xavier emerges from the copy room. A comical amount of documents are in his arms. Sorry, I really like when they walk on the screen. It brings me an unexplainable joy. I don't even have to look to know that enforcers who enjoy picking on newbies dump that load of busy work on him.
Single space, 9-point font, 0.5-inch indents with the paragraphs, print on both sides, tick the box for black and white in the printing settings.
Hold on, don't tell me operations sector. I don't have any money.
The senior staff in the financial department said this is most cost-effective.
He drops a thick stack of documents on the desk in front of me.
Last month's car repair costs exceeded our monthly reimbursement limit. We received a warning about it.
Oops.
We successfully apprehended 2 runaway predators. But if we keep using routine operational costs as an excuse, they'll report us to the higher-ups.
Equipment procurement, weapons upgrades. Didn't we use our money wisely? Come on, let's give him a piece of our mind. Xavier shakes his head and politely declines.
I'm in no position to argue. My words don't carry a lot of weight, and I'd rather not get fired.
He's so cute. He's freaking adorable. You're the most cost-effective employee in the LCBI. They'd fire me before even thinking about letting you go.
Don't worry, Captain. I'll support you no matter what happens.
I like support. That's nice. As tensions between the predators and ordinary citizens have escalated, everyone's lives are increasingly filled with unrest. 5 years ago, the powers that be established the Linkon City Bureau of Investigation, or LBI. LBI? It's a city, yo! LCBI. It was in response to the growing pressure from the city's ever-increasing crime rate. 2 years ago, I became an enforcer. My job is to apprehend wanted predators who are on the run. Xavier is my subordinate. I recruited him 6 months ago. His performance and achievements are unremarkable, but he makes up for it by being exceptionally responsible. He's very loyal to me, and he's good at driving too. So cute. He's also carefree and often sleepy. Except I'm not carefree. I am sleepy. He tends to zone out during meetings, but when his colleagues try to mess with him, he always manages to strike back in his own unique way.
Listen up, Xavier. The LCBI has a behavioral assessment committee. Dozing off at work will cost you. 100 will be deducted from your paycheck whenever it happens.
A whole 100? As someone who's fallen asleep in meetings, not fully, okay, just one of those, I'd be offended.
Here's 30,000. That should cover my penalty for now.
I love him.
Hey, buddy, old pal. Do you still need the cardboard box under your desk?
Why does he talk like that?
Yes.
It doesn't look like you're using it for anything. I can get rid of it for you.
I could be fired in the blink of an eye. I need it with me at all times.
Listen, no, I do be feeling that way though, for real, honestly.
After I said that, he gave me a bunch of money and told me to find him from there. Don't you think he has some powerful connections?
I always wondered how someone who's so unremarkable with mediocre abilities managed to get in here.
I like that you just brought up that the voices kill you, because yesterday when I was finishing up like the stories for the boys, for the event, there's a part in Xavier's story where the bad guy predators are like, let's get him, and they literally go, rawr, 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 rawr. That's so funny. And that's how rumors are born. One person's speculation becomes another's certainty. Due to his casual attitude towards money, gossip appeared within the LCBI about Xavier's background. They think he's from a noble, distinguished family. However, I closely observed Xavier's daily routine over the past few months. His food, clothing, expenses, and travel habits. They're no different from a normal person's. Even his home is just an average apartment near the LCBI. I soon recall the first time I met Xavier, 6 months ago. As the work and operations sector, I became increasingly hectic. I decided it was time to find myself an assistant. Okay, gotcha. But with the time limit budget, or the limited budget, and the frequent life-threatening situations involving this line of work, very few could be considered good candidates. 2 or 3 months flew by, and I still hadn't found someone suitable. This is also one of my favorite outfits for him.
Hello? I'm here as a candidate for the job.
I love him. As I entered the conference room, the young man with refined features politely greeted me. His experience is good, but he looks like another person who will politely decline once he hears about the salary and benefits. Introduce yourself, please.
I'm Xavier, 23 years old. I graduated from Linkon University and I'm currently unemployed.
From his resume, Xavier's skills didn't perfectly match the requirements I want in an assistant. However, as a member of the LCBI, one should possess excellent skills in managing relationships between superiors and subordinates. If 6 executives showed up and you only had 5 cups of water, what would you do?
I'll drink all 5 cups. That way, no one is left without a drink.
Genius. While his thought process was unique, it seemed like he'd be a good scapegoat. He might even be easy to manipulate. Listen, every single card that Xavier has, there is some point where he is absolutely ridiculous. And that was why I started to like him as a character. Literally, when you first meet him and you guys go to the arcade and he's and he wants to go to the claw machine and he has the bowl of quarters or tokens. Done. I was like, yep, I love you too. That was so easy. So when people are like, oh, Xavier is so this, he's so boring. Oh, I don't like him at all. I'm like, you don't pay attention. What are your salary expectations? Given that our sector was only recently established and we're still growing, our budget is somewhat limited. He contemplated this for a moment, then he raised his earnest gaze.
How does 2,000 sound?
Excellent, you're hired. Honey boo, nothing is that easy. They do. But here's my thing about Raphael that gets me, is so many people are so enamored with his silly, goofy self that I don't think they give enough attention or like respect to the fact that he is scary in a way that I love. I don't mean it to be negative in any way, shape, or form. I love Raphael's darker side. I can't wait to see more of it. We get another case. A high-ranking official has been found dead in his own villa. The victim's last name is Zimmer. His body was discovered in his home at 8 this morning. For now, the cause of death is suspected to be hypovolemic shock due to a predator attack. Cases like this aren't uncommon. This one is getting special attention because of the victim's high-profile status. The higher-ups requested that we prioritize it. I could say hypoglycemia. Oh, I forgot the word. Never mind. I can't speak.
Parts of the video surveillance and alarm system were compromised.
I did.
Based on the other records, Hermit might be responsible for this too.
Hermit, no. However, there's evidence of someone tampering with the crime scene. Until forensics sends back a report, we can't rule out the possibility that someone else is responsible.
The missing councilman was found dead in a secret underground room in his house. The contents of his safe have vanished without a trace. If the motive was a monetary one, they wouldn't have ignored the antiques and precious jewelry in the house.
I love when they walk on the screen.
The fact that they went to such lengths shows the safe must have contained something far more valuable.
More drugs? After finishing his detailed analysis, Xavier looks at me.
Did I make sense?
Yes, smart boy.
Not bad. I was thinking the same thing.
As we leave the villa, the enforcer who's been upstage quickly puts on a stern face.
Hey Xavier, get us some coffee.
Oh, you little wuss. Anyway. Yes, Raphael also makes me laugh. He got me when he was in the hospital and we offer him the apple. The face he made, I was done. And then when you go for that long walk with him and then you guys have that conversation where he references essentially that you forgot him, and you make that promise. Listen, I was like, oh, depth I see. And then that's when I started liking him. Xavier is...
Okay.
I love that nothing bothers him. He is my favorite unbothered guy. In one of the LCBI's many rooms, I slam a book down on Xavier's desk. Xavier, how long have you been working here?
As of yesterday, it's been exactly 6 months.
I don't know time, so I'm proud of you. And how many times have you been sent out to get coffee?
7 or 8 times?
I cross my arms and mimic the serious demeanor our superiors use when lecturing us. The LCBI was established to track down and apprehend the predators who are in hiding. Is that correct? Xavier nods earnestly. I brought you here to assist me with the investigations. Getting coffee for other people isn't part of your job description.
You have a point.
So, do you know how to respond when someone asks you to get a coffee for them?
I need to assist with her investigations. I don't have time to get coffee for other people.
Close, but no cigar. Good boy, though. Look, you're my teammate. From now on, you're not allowed to run errands for anyone else. Just me. After completing the mission, I hand over the intel operations sector I gathered to our superiors. I also deliver a concise report about our findings at the crime scene. The scene showed evidence of damage from another source, which confirms 2 separate groups entered the sealed room in succession. The middle-aged man before me dismissively waves his hand. His impatience is palpable.
Our high-priority assets are always targeted. Who else could it be if not him?
Okay, damn. Sir, while the LCBI believes Hermit is the prime suspect, the on-site investigation report revealed several inconsistencies.
I understand you're eager to prove yourself, but don't overcomplicate things. Right now, we should be focused on recovering the items that were stolen from the safe.
And I'm focused on not blaming people who didn't do nothing.
Besides, who could possibly evade Hermit given his exceptional skills?
Understood, sir. Exaggerating an opponent's prowess is perfect for hiding incompetence and laziness. Hermit is a predator who was added to the SSS class most wanted list within the past year. He possesses extraordinary mental fortitude and self-control. Hermit rarely succumbs to external stimuli that could trigger a frenzied state. He also rarely reveals his predator form. He appears to... The fact that his predator form is just the new outfit. And chains and whips excite me. Because I'm a predator. Okay. He appears to be unaffiliated with the predator factions and shows no interest in illegal activities or inciting chaos. Unlike other predators, he's rarely seen participating in public attacks. And surprisingly, many dangerous fugitives have quietly met their end at his hands. However, Hermit was recently implicated in a series of high-profile cases that have caught the attention of the authorities. As a result, every move of this unpredictable predator has put the LCBI on high alert. I don't know, he's just Batman. Sheepy baby! I leave the office and see Xavier leaning against the wall. He's waiting for me, and it looks like he's about to doze off. He waves at me before gesturing at the cafeteria. His figure is somewhat illuminated as it's caught between light and shadow. An encrypted email suddenly appears in my inbox. My heart skips a beat the moment I see that familiar email address. Hold on, I forgot my badge. Before he can respond, I dash into the stairwell. In the security camera's blind spot, I open the email. Sharks are eating grass for free. The subject line is untitled, as usual. The sender's name, however, is one I know all too well. Hermit. Batman. I received my first email from him 3 months ago. Lieutenant Gordon. Initially, I dismissed it as spam, but after a predator attack, I noticed the clues in the email perfectly matched the incident. As the second and third emails arrived, I slowly realized that every lead he provided was real. In other words, Hermit is most likely the one sending them. I immediately attempted to trace the email, but the address was so heavily encrypted that there was nothing for me to glean. I carefully tried to respond to his emails at first, but I never received a response. It's okay, he found you. Without hesitating, I open the email's attachment and see a photograph. Mystic City welcomes you! It's a poster for a bar's grand opening. The bar's phone number is at the bottom of the poster, and several numbers are circled. True to Hermit's style, this is likely a specific date. A quick calculation reveals that's exactly 1 week from today. Hi, Jess. Thank you for lurking. Is this the clue he's sending me? Could the date be connected to the case? I love Xavier. I am a Silas girly. I will ride for every one of these boys, and I have so much to say about all of them and why they're worth anyone's time, frankly. So much to say. The sky, dyed in the color of neon lights, cleaves the cityscape's neatly arranged shadows. Xavier and I lean against the rooftop wall. We're cradling our lunches.
Ever since we left the office, you've been down. Is it related to the case?
It's nothing. Right now, we need to focus on recovering the items that were stolen from the safe. Keep up the good work. Once you're capable of handling cases by yourself, you should...
Should what?
Maybe transfer to a better department? There are many experienced veterans in the LCBI. You should network with them. He looks at me and his face is a mask of neutrality.
Oh, you want me to get the support of others? I see. What about you?
Operations sector, I will always need new talents. When that time comes, Oh, good.
You'll recruit other newcomers, right?
Are you guys still there? It said it fixed. Are you still there? It told me it fixed. Oh. Oh, good. You guys are back. Did you see me go? Uh-oh. Oh, he's so cute. Look at their cheeks. Look at their cheekies. He narrows his eyes and studies me for a moment. It's as if he's determined to not miss even the slightest change in my expression.
But didn't you say I was under your wing?
Yes, you're my little bird. You're not wrong.
So the person who always had my back might give their attention to others.
They're all hypothetical scenarios. Anyway, I need to talk to you about something. Oh, look at his cheekies. Okay. Unrelated, but also related. I love a man in a turtleneck. Okay? Love it. That's probably why this is one of my favorite outfits, actually. It's so good. I blame Val Kilmer from Batman. Okay? It's his fault. He started this, and then K-dramas made it worse. He put a man in a turtleneck, and I'm just like, hi, I eat dirt. Okay. I gently push him back, and my tone becomes more serious. Xavier, have you heard of Hermit? After hesitating for a moment, I decide to tell Xavier about the emails I've been getting from Hermit.
You don't think he's the culprit in the councilman's case?
Also, I love Cloud, and he looks so good in his outfit. Oh! Of course not. If he was, he wouldn't have sent me the email. I'll admit, he's full of himself. He never answers any of my questions. I use my chopsticks to poke at the vegetables in my lunch. I sigh and meet Xavier's puzzled gaze. At first, I suspected he had ulterior motives, but the intel he sent me matches up with the LCBI's final reports. He's an enigma. Why would he provide intel to a low-ranking enforcer like me? See, and I referenced Batman, and she said Enigma, and so now I'm like, Mr. Enigma. Edward Nigma. If you haven't seen that movie, watch it. Okay? It's Batman Forever. It's cheesy. It is one of my favorite films. Does he really think I can save this entire city by myself?
Maybe.
That was a lot for maybe. As dusk falls, fireworks bloom in the distance. Beyond the wire fence, they light up the darkened sky. Have you heard of Philo? They say it's an old, mysterious financial group. Or maybe it's a family? Their history predates the city itself, but they only entered the public eye in the last few decades. They're considered to be on par with ever. Xavier glances at me before quickly averting his gaze. He starts poking the octopus-shaped sausage in his lunch.
Yeah, I know a thing or two about them.
Unlike Ever, who loves the spotlight, Philo keeps a low profile. I heard their heir lives in seclusion because of their poor health. I gesture toward the night sky in the distance. When the heir was born, fireworks supposedly lit up Linkon for days. They were over there. I have no idea if there were any fireworks on the night I was born. But I guess there wasn't. It's like the world didn't notice my arrival.
If you see fireworks, does that mean the world acknowledges your existence?
I was just making a silly comparison. Maybe with enough saved up to finally leave the city, life could feel a whole lot brighter.
I don't think he's any better than you, though.
What makes you say that?
If you could, would you leave?
Oh, sad baby. I would. I'm not planning on leaving right now, but if I can't take it anymore and reach my limit, then I'll think about leaving. Xavier lowers his head. He's deep in thought.
Then, if that day never comes, you won't leave?
He seems to be genuinely looking for an answer. Maybe.
All right. We'll make sure it never happens.
Oh, so earnest. If only it were that simple.
But some things aren't as complicated as they appear.
The world always seems so simple in his eyes. Somehow, it makes me feel better. You have a point there. I like that she thinks he's like a little naive, but he's just like this all-knowing, all-powerful entity. The date mentioned in the email is fast approaching. Xavier and I sit in the car to discuss our strategy. I have a lead on the case we're working on. Is this like for work?
But I heard the arrest will take place at a barbecue joint in the south. Operation Sector 2 beat us to it.
That was a decoy to throw off the LCBI. I have my inside source. Don't you trust me?
Of course.
Oh, he is your inside source. Calm as usual, he nods. This mission is important. Whether we'll be in the spotlight or scraping by at the LCBI depends on what happens from here on out.
All right. But do we have to be dressed like this?
Xavier's gaze reveals a hint of his grievances. I look at his disguise again. Rivets, leather straps, earrings, these accessories give him an air of unapproachable danger and rebelliousness. I don't know about unapproachable danger. We're heading into Predator's territory. Dressing up will help us blend in to avoid unnecessary trouble.
Let's hope you're right.
Aw, cutie pie. Oh, precious boy. Crossroads, Lost City Tavern. Mystic City Bar is situated on the border between overworld and underworld of the city. Predators are known to frequent the area. Because of the ambiguous jurisdiction and bureaucratic buck passing, it's also one of the most chaotic areas in all of Linkon. Listen to that chaos. Here's your fruit platter and drinks, sir. Vibrant lights spin overhead and paint everyone's faces with shifting hues and shadows. About 10 people crowd around a circular sofa. Their raucous laughter mingles with the pulsing dance music, creating a deafening cacophony. Hermit's intel is correct. I immediately recognize the man in the center as a wanted fugitive. He's a predator who goes by the name Lionel. Operation Sector 2 is going to be empty-handed this time.
I can still vividly imagine that councilman on his knees and begging for mercy.
Well, okay.
If we hadn't made a run for it, Hermit would have caught us red-handed.
Don't be such a downer. Let's say we did run into him. We might be able to take him down.
Hermit already confronted them? Based on how they're talking, it seems this group of predators and Hermit are after whatever's in the safe.
Hey! Where did our waiter go? Why isn't our food here yet?
That's how you know it's a villain. He yells everything. I quickly adjust my uniform and plaster a smile on my face. Then I push the door open. I'll bring it over to you as soon as I can.
Hurry up! And don't even think about trying anything funny.
What if I try something serious? What if I try something serious? Maintaining my composure, I slip out of the private room and quickly walk to the kitchen. After Xavier and I snuck in through the back door, we split up to carry out our respective tasks. I disguised myself as a server to gather intel from the private room. Meanwhile, Xavier would focus on incapacitating the group of predators. Okay. Xavier, how's it going on your end? We need to get one of the chefs to actually make...
Are you talking about this guy with the hat?
He gestures to the unconscious man lying at his feet. Don't worry, there are always more solutions than problems. Time is of the essence. I take a spatula and thrust it into Xavier's hand. Desperate times call for desperate measures. The kitchen is yours now. The kitchen does not need to be his ever. Yeah. Bewildered, he takes the spatula before staring at the long list of dishes on the menu. Uncertainty appears in his confident expression. I tie an apron around him and pat his shoulder. 18! Do you think you can cook 18 dishes?
I'll do my best.
Oh, God. Wearing a differential smile, I wheel a cart laden with an array of colorful, fragrant dishes and push open the door to the private room. Thank you for waiting.
But is the thing from the safe worth that much? It's no bigger than a fingernail. We'll ever pay a good price for it? Someone's here. Shut up!
We're lackeys, yeah! Pretending to be oblivious to their conversation, I set the dishes on the table one at a time. The starving predators waste no time and descend upon their food with ravenous intensity.
What is this stuff?
Bring the chef to us right now!
I love that entry. As Xavier walks in, still holding the spatula, I'm just imagining him being like... The temperature in the room plummets. We're outnumbered here, Xavier. Play along for now. I'll call for backup as soon as... Ignoring my words, he approaches the group with an impassive expression.
I cooked the food here. Is there a problem?
They always find a way to put him in a kitchen.
This slop is fit for pigs!
Isn't fit for pigs. As if suddenly realizing the gravity of the situation, a tense silence falls over the room.
What I meant was, only pigs would eat this! Wait, that's not...
There's a suggestion box outside. You can submit your feedback there if you're unsatisfied.
I will never be satisfied. Don't add fuel to the fire, Xavier. It's almost as if something was switched on. Lionel violently flips the table.
You son of a... You dared to mess with our food? I'll chop you up and serve you as the appetizer!
Can you imagine your chef leaving the kitchen in bondage gear? Amidst the chorus of outraged roars, the predators in the private room descend into a frenzied state. A sharp pain shoots through my shoulder as pieces of a broken bottle clatter at my feet. Gritting my teeth, I push Xavier away from me. We need to leave. The LCBI will be here any...
You go first.
The warmth disappears from my hand, and before I can react, I find myself pushed out of the room. The door might as well have been solid steel wall. No matter how hard I push, it won't budge. Damn it! Thinking, he rubs his temples and doesn't speak. Lionel fixes his gaze on the young man's eyes. He searches their depth for even the slightest flicker of emotion or intent.
Where's the chip that was hidden in the safe?
Oh, I remember now. You're a hermit, aren't you?
After all that issue we're talking, oh, I remember now. You're believing, Peter.
You didn't want to stick with us, so you infiltrated the LCBI for a cushy government job, huh? Ditch them. Hang out with us instead.
Yeah, join the cool kids.
Are you done?
Get him!
That sounded like broken bones. The private room is showered with shards of shattered fluorescent tubes, bricks, and tiles. All right, Lackey A.
When your backup arrives, everyone will know who you really are.
This is all the time I need.
Okay.
For what? A trip down memory lane?
An iron spike pierces through his left arm and pins him to the wall. A crack reminiscent of a spider web spans half a meter behind him. Oh, goodness gracious. Sweating, Lionel's vision blurs. He sees the mysterious young man calmly drag a chair over and sit down in front of him.
It'll be enough to make you wish you were dead.
Ooh.
I'll talk. I'll tell you everything.
Yo, that was far too easy. You should not be a leader of anything. Xavier's elbow slightly relaxes.
The chip is hidden. It's hidden at...
Xavier leans in. He's about to hear the answer he wants when pain suddenly shoots through his arm. Without warning, a sharp blade leaves a deep cut across his shoulder. The metallic scent of blood fills his nostrils. It awakens an uncontrollable agitation that surges from within.
How troublesome.
Oh. Reinforcements from the LCBI arrive with a flurry of sirens. Their vehicles swiftly encircle Mystic City and form an impenetrable runway. As the door to the private room bursts open, a scene of utter chaos unfolds. Amidst the wreckage, it's almost, and then it kept going, because I don't know why. Xavier! Why is it in a rush sometimes? I step forward just in time to catch him as he falls. I cradle his familiar disheveled figure in my arms. His face is smeared with blood and grime. He didn't escape the fight unscathed. The memories of our time together flood into my mind, and my heart is beating with a panic I never felt before. Xavier, I refuse to let you die on me. If you do, where else can I find highly valuable, low maintenance subordinate? Girl, do you care? Stop. As if reacting to my words, the figure in my arm stirs ever so slightly.
I'm still alive.
I'm still alive.
But if you don't calm down, the autopsy report will have to list death by embrace as the cause.
Right. The way he woke up like, you are not replacing me. Xavier struggles to prop himself up on his elbow. His face is smeared with blood. Realizing I'm holding him too tightly, I loosen my grip. You're cracking jokes at a time like this? Do you have any idea how worried I was?
I'm fine. What I need to do right now is find a place to crash.
He's so silly. Back in the car, I put a new address in the navigation system. Xavier doesn't pry or question what I'm doing. Did you find a new lead?
It's nothing concrete. All I know is that it's connected to Ever.
Ever?
Remember the connections we mapped out for the deceased earlier? Before he entered politics, the councilman held a high-ranking position at Ever. If I had to guess, the item in the safe is probably connected to those rumors.
Rumor has it. The rumors Xavier mentioned refer to the information that recently went viral online. According to these claims, Ever created the predators from a botched experiment that was conducted years ago. While some dubious experimental data was leaked to support the claims, authorities quickly suppressed the information. Let's put that aside for now. I turn to Xavier and my expression becomes stern. Those predators in that private room, you took care of them all by yourself?
They were arguing about how to split their loot. I only nudged things along. Before I knew it, they were at each other's throats.
Yeah, that's what happened.
By the way, is my cooking really that bad?
Do not quit your day job, honey. The rearview mirror catches Xavier's crestfallen profile. The fact that he's actually sad that he can't cook. Right. Oh my God. What? No, they were just trying to get under your skin. He's the one that like he makes the plate and you just pull one of these. Delicious. So full.
I knew it.
He's so cute. Let's put picture cheeks. We drive out of the bustling city streets and stop in front of an alley. Only a few streetlights scattered about illuminated. We're here. Let's go.
This place is... I didn't bring an ID with me.
I must have left it in my other leather straps. Following his gaze, I look up to see a neon sign flickering with a suggestive glow with the words, "Love Hotel." Get your mind out of the gutter. Tangled electric wires and neon signs hang low over the narrow alleyways. I lead Xavier through the maze. We soon arrive at a rusty iron door at the far end of it. We push through into a pitch black hallway. A single fluorescent bulb buzzes overhead, and it casts a sickly yellow glow that highlights years of neglect. At the end of the hallway, I unlatch a rickety door to the room for a backup power. This is my safe house. It's in a clever hiding spot, don't you think? This safe house barely has any furniture. It only has a narrow cot and a simple storage cabinet. I fish out a spare key from the drawer and hold it out to Xavier. Here you are. Once you're ready to spread your wings, feel free to use it whenever you want. Remember not to talk about it to anyone else, and you can't bring other people here. Just us. Only us. With a thoughtful expression, Xavier stares at the key in his palm. He nods.
Okay.
What do you mean, why does she have a cage in the safe house? That's the perfect place to put your cage. What kind of question? With no chairs in sight, Xavier awkwardly sits on the edge of the iron-framed cot. It's rare to see him appear slightly uncomfortable. Boy, just lay down. You said you were tired. Take off your clothes. Bobby!
That's part of my job description for $2,000 a month?
Xavier. Are you planning to sleep in those clothes that are covered in predator blood? You can change by yourself.
Oh.
The way he's fully just like, oh, are we gonna... I have to sleep with you? I didn't know the 2,000 counted for that. Should it not be more? Shouldn't you pay me more? I'll do it. I can't. He turns around and his expression remains the same. He's so cute. Oh my god. Why do I feel flustered right now? I quickly pat my cheeks to calm down. Once Xavier disappears into the bathroom, I start gathering up blood-stained clothes. Suddenly, something falls out of a pocket. It's an auto-injector. A suppressant? This unmistakably contains a suppressant used to subdue predators who enter a frenzied state. This auto-injector is the latest model and has only been distributed to a few top-secret research facilities. It's not available to the public. How did Xavier get his hands on this? More importantly, how did it slip out of the leather straps? Lost in thought, I barely noticed Xavier emerging from the bathroom. He already changed into the clothes I left for him. Okay. I hide the auto-injector behind my back just as a sharp pain suddenly flares up in my shoulder. Oh, right, you got glass in there. Ouch.
When did you get hurt?
In the kerfuffle. When we were in Mystic City's private room, a bottle struck me and left the wound. It's on my left shoulder. It's not deep, but there are still tiny pieces of glass stuck in it. Yeah, you get that out.
Sit. And don't move.
Yes, sir. I have never seen Xavier look so serious before. Xavier sits behind me. With steady hands, he uses tweezers to meticulously remove the glass.
I'll try to be as gentle as I possibly can.
You underestimate me.
No one is underestimating you.
Oh.
So you don't need to pretend it doesn't hurt.
Oh. Oh. Is he upset? I clear my throat and steer the conversation in another direction. Xavier, where did you learn how to do first aid? I'm impressed. I keep looking at the chat. Caribou, you're killing me. Your resume said you were a student at Linkon University, but you always seem to know things most people don't.
The LCBI offers free seminars. I attended a few of them.
Oh, okay. We have that kind of stuff?
Yeah. 6 months ago, you injured your left leg when we did our first mission together. We were in a rush, so the wound wasn't properly treated right away.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, you talk about how the scar aches whenever the weather is gloomy.
My knees hurt when the weather's gloomy. I'm like Gale. He gently presses down my left shoulder as it involuntarily twitches from the pain.
Stay still. It'll be over soon.
Sorry. On a whim, I grab his hand and point to a thumb-sized red mark on the outside of his wrist. I've been meaning to ask, how did you get this scar?
I don't remember.
The bandage is meticulously wrapped around my wound. He adds a personal touch, an intricate knot. An unexpected emotion washes over me. I can't put it into words. Has anyone ever told you that your vague responses make it difficult to figure out who you are?
My file and resume are straight to the point. How can anyone doubt my identity?
That is a suspicious response to the question I just asked you. Oh, my paperwork seemed fine last I checked. But I've heard people say you might be... Hello? A deafening bang shatters the atmosphere between us. The room is plunged into darkness. Before I can even process what's happening, my body moves. I pin Xavier against the wall, and my hands are on either side of him. We like this? We like this against the wall? We like this? Okay. We remain frozen in darkness, and our hearts are pounding, but nothing happens.
It wasn't gunfire. It was just a power outage.
But our boom tells me something happened at the outage. Embarrassed, I release him. My bad. I got excited, afraid. The wires here are ancient, so blackouts happen all the time. The power should be back soon. Even in the dim lighting, I can see the hint of a smile on his lips as he looks at me. Amusement shines in his eyes. It's as if my overreaction was a source of entertainment.
There's something I've been meaning to ask as well.
Yes?
You're always so quick to protect other people. Is it because I'm your subordinate?
What? Oh, what? Oop. I think it's because you're the first person at LCBI who trusts me with that without question.
I see.
Xavier's eyes lock onto mine before he looks away. He loves her so much.
We don't know how long the power will be out. We could open the curtains. It might let in some light.
We can just stay in the dark, it's fine. Are you sure that'll help? It's pitch black out there. No stars, no moon. The air feels thick and stifling. I use it as an excuse to make my way around the foot of the bed. In one swift motion, I open the curtains and look outside. Fireworks paint the darkness with brilliant, fleeting light. These aren't just any fireworks. They're kind reserved for festivals and celebrations. I'm stunned. Words tumble out of my lips before I can stop myself. I wonder who the lucky newborn is this time.
Do you count?
I am a grown
I
lady.
saw your personnel file. Today's your birthday.
No, you didn't, you beautiful bastard. I'm fine.
You said that you weren't sure if anyone knew you existed when you were born.
I'm gonna cry.
I'll give you an answer. I know. I know that you exist.
You... I have to go. That date is a random day I put down to pass the background check. Shh, shh, shh. Shh. Aww. Noticing how distracted I am, Xavier moves closer. His hand gently cups my chin, and my gaze returns to the window. Not your chin. Not the chin.
Savor it. I saved multiple paychecks for this.
Stop. You shouldn't spend your money so recklessly in the future. I should cry a little bit. Okay.
Are you implying I should let you manage it instead?
He said, take my whole life. Take all of it. It's yours. You want my finances? Take those too. By that logic, we'd be able to save enough so the two of us can leave together someday. A soft chuckle tickles my ear. His gaze drifts to the sky where the last burst of fireworks blossom in the night. The embers drift down. It's as if they're within reach, like raindrops falling through a haze of neon lights. He wasn't exaggerating. A display like this must have cost a small fortune. He got it. It's fine, he got it. The spectacle is so magnificent and all-encompassing that I'm sure anyone in the city would only need to look up to see it painting the sky.
Do you still want to leave, even after you've seen that?
I love his chuckle so much. I love his chuckle so much. I remain silent, but my resolve wavers. Something has changed, but I can't put my finger on it. Xavier doesn't push for an answer. Instead, he looks away.
Regardless of whether you stay or leave, if you find yourself in another city one day, I hope you'll remember tonight. Remember these fireworks.
Think of me fondly when we've said goodbye. There was only an empty inbox for the next month. Hermit hasn't reached out to me. Remember me once in a while, please promise me you'll try. But a rumor begins to circulate. The item stolen from the safe wasn't just any trinket. It was a chip that contained confidential files related to Ever.
Is Hermit one of Ever's hitmen?
Whoa there. We can't throw around accusations like that.
You did. You got serenaded. It's one of my habits. I apologize, but don't, I guess.
The authorities are still in bed with Ever.
Oh.
They even paid for our latest batch of weapons to use against the predators.
Yay, I'm glad, because it happens a lot. Oh my goodness. It's clear that the higher-ups aren't rejecting Ever's advances, and their stance is conveniently vague. The investigation is doomed to be swept under the rug before it even begins. Oh, thank you! Actually, I used to think Hermit had an insider at the LCBI. I guess I was wrong.
The LCBI is as watertight as a colander.
Oh, damn. Oh no, he called where we work easy. I can't help but sigh. My mood worsens. For the past 6 months, Hermit has been all over the place, yet he always escapes when we're about to catch him. You said it yourself, Hermit isn't doing this for the fame or money, and he doesn't have any unusual quirks. So what's his goal here? What drives him?
Ever is tangled up in a web of power plays. Are you sure you want to get caught up in all that?
Yeah, why not? If we expose the truth, we'll be thrown into the eye of the storm. There's no way we'll return unscathed. Despite all that, I still want to do this. Together.
If we pull this off, will we become famous?
We might not even make it past the LCBI's front door before someone takes us out.
Fortune favors the bold. Besides, you can't have fun without danger.
That is false. You can read. That's fun. Good. We need that kind of attitude for this. Ooh. As the days grow shorter and colder, the city's unrest shows no sign of abating. Anti-predator protests connect autumn and winter. Meanwhile, reports of violent attacks continue to increase. They paint a grim picture of a city that's on edge. There's a glimmer of hope on the horizon. The upcoming mayoral election promised change, and whispers of a new 7th provision, which aims to contain the predators, appear. On the surface, things seem to be getting better, but deep down, I can't help but feel like something isn't adding up. It's snowing? I pull my coat tighter around me and stuff my hands into my pockets. It's a futile attempt to preserve the remaining warmth I have left. There's warmth right there. He's got a mullet and everything. The path stretches out before us and is lined with tall streetlights. Their soft glow illuminates the season's first snowfall. Xavier walks beside me while carefully balancing 2 streaming lattes. His gaze is fixed downward, and he nimbly counts the coins in his palm. Aw. You're always asking about my dreams and plans for the future, but I don't know what you want. Do you want to walk down the same path as me? He holds my gaze for what feels like an eternity. Then he reaches out without warning. His gloved hand brushes away the snow from my hair. Oh, no.
I might have forgotten to mention that I chose you. This place is packed with people, and it's not like I have a habit of following everyone who shows up.
There was a time when I doubted everything about Xavier, but now I've never felt more safe with him near me. Xavier, I couldn't help but notice you've changed since you first joined the LCBI.
When you said you wanted to try this, your face lit up even brighter than it did on the night of the fireworks.
Am I really... was I really happy at that time?
Do whatever makes you smile.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick. Oh, God. I have so many issues. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Snowflakes dance in the air around us. As they fall, they catch the light and form a shimmering halo above Xavier's head. Ah!
You don't need fireworks to shine. With or without the spectacle, people see you for who you are.
Yes, he is a cozy blanket. That's what I actually like about his voice, is that like it's the perfect, like if he were talking to you and you guys were just chilling, tell me you're not falling asleep on his shoulder. I mean, you guys have ulterior motives, right? But like generally speaking, it's very soothing.
And to some of them, you're a beacon of light.
Says the actual beacon of light. Oh, God. It's as if the universe decided to lend us a hand when we decided to investigate Ever. Everything has gone so smoothly that it feels unreal. Using the information in the chip we retrieved, we quickly discovered an abandoned Ever research base. Inside are traces of Ever's experiments on the predators. Ever's long-buried secrets are finally unearthed. They now lie exposed before our eyes. But thinking we can take them down with this is like going in unarmed against a giant. We need backup and a way to cast massive spotlight on them. Sorry. The car glides through the streets. It's a silent sentinel in the cold night as its headlights cut through the thick blanket of darkness enveloping Linkon.
Do you remember Philo? You mentioned them before.
Even if those corporations willingly worked with us, who says they won't turn it into another Ever?
That's true. Do you have any ideas on how we should proceed?
There might be one person who could potentially help us. Hermit. He's already there. He's already helping you. Let me sleep on it. I'll fill you in tomorrow. Good night.
Okay. Good night.
Like his phone voice? I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep. It sounds like a cuddle. I'm almost offended by it. It's so precious. As soon as the call ends, I press down on the accelerator. I'll send an email to Hermit once I'm home. It doesn't hurt to try. After I drag my weary body out of the elevator, I reach the door of my apartment. Before my finger can touch the cool surface of the fingerprint scanner to unlock it, my phone blares to life. Its harsh glow cuts through the hallway's inky darkness. An unfamiliar number has appeared on the screen. I don't know why, but I have a feeling I know who it is. My finger swipes across the screen to answer the phone call. Hermit?
Don't go in.
Oh! Just as my fingertip grazes the fingerprint sensor, a violent attack turns me inside out. The rippling invisible force is followed by a deafening roar that shatters the night's silence. I'm so pressed. My ears are ringing as I fall, but before I hit the ground, a figure catches me. I can't breathe. Okay.
Hold on tight.
Yes, sir. Me with my concussion. I don't know what I'm holding, but I got it. He's fast. Almost too fast for a normal human. I know what you are. Say it out loud. Hermit. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hermit was here! Don't let him escape!
This is the fit of a killer, Bella. Ignoring the searing pain in my forehead, I force myself to lift my heavy eyelids. A figure stands near the window. He's so pale that he melts into the moonlight. It turned into Twilight. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm okay. My head hurts. Although the incessant ringing in my ears remains, I fully come to my senses. You got tinnitus, girl. Recalling last night's attack, ever sent their hitmen after me. Luckily, I had the foresight to move all the evidence and crucial leads I gathered over the past few weeks to the safe house. No. Whew. Before I could let out a sigh of relief, however, I realized something. How do I even get into the safe house? Who brought me here? You're impossibly fast. My eyes drip to my arm where a nasty burn has been carefully treated. The bandage is neatly wrapped around it, and a familiar knot stares back at me. Only two people know about this place. Me and Xavier. Hermit and Xavier are without a doubt the same person. To think he managed to hide it from me for so long. I grab my phone and dial his number, but all I get is a busy signal. You got the wrong number. After a fateful day, Xavier vanished without a trace. No matter how many times I called, his voicemail greeted me. Desperate for answers, I hired someone to dig into his past. That's when the warning signs I previously ignored appeared. For instance, he once mentioned a restaurant he frequented during college, yet his first transaction was recorded a week before he started working with us. Xavier, baby. And despite his supposedly modest salary, he somehow spent a fortune on those fireworks without batting an eye. A week passes. I get an email from an unfamiliar address, but it's not Hermit. It's from the data broker I hired. I open the email attachment. It's a scan of a 10-year-old newspaper clipping. In the center lies a photograph. A teenage boy is surrounded by a sea of blurry-faced adults. Judging by the ornate backdrop, a museum wing just opened. The teenager, whose features are hauntingly familiar, is captured doing an act of kindness. He's holding out his hand to an elderly beggar who collapsed on the museum steps. Whew. But the headline accompanying the picture tells a very different story. Philo's heir, a parent now victim of latent predator surprise attack. It doesn't take a detective to figure out what happened. The act of kindness caught on camera was the calm before the storm. The old man, who was sprawled on the steps after being jostled by the crowd, was now on his feet thanks to the teenager's help. But then he lunged and sank his teeth into the teen's wrist. In the wake of the shocking incident, the Philo family's young scion vanished from the public eye. The heir's name was familiar. He even has a scar on the same wrist. Was there any way this couldn't be a coincidence? I probably should have guessed it when he suggested giving our evidence to Philo. He's like, give me the info. I will figure it out for you, babe. I got you. Since my wounds have healed, I return to the LCBI building. An unexpected wave of loneliness washes over me.
2 days ago, they were convinced Hermit was Ever's lapdog. But now he's public enemy #1 for taking classified documents.
Uh-oh.
I heard they almost caught Hermit today.
Really? They searched every Predator hideout in the Southern District and couldn't find a trace of him.
For all we know, he could already be dead.
Damn.
Hey, speaking of missing persons, isn't it weird that Xavier hasn't been in the office for a while now?
The two enforcers turned their heads toward me. He was fired. My face remains expressionless and my fingers dance across the keyboard as if nothing's amiss. But under this calm exterior, a new unsettling theory begins to form. Philo and Ever aren't just business rivals, their competition extends into the political arena. Xavier has every reason to destroy Ever. But if he's so capable, why did he involve me? Am I just a pawn in a larger game? My position at LCBI provided the perfect smokescreen. With an official inquiry underway, Philo could lurk in the shadows and pull the strings without getting their hands dirty. I'll mull over the possibilities, but this is the most plausible explanation I have. He's been using me, huh? When I look up, I notice the car has stopped in front of an alleyway. Oh, the alleyway. I already lost count of how many times I scoured this area. Each visit left me empty-handed. Is he here? If he's really Philo's heir, surely he would have access to far more secure hideouts than this. The alley is a kaleidoscope of flickering neon lights. Eerie shadows dance along the walls. Then, the faint sound of footfalls breaks the silence.
He ran in this direction. He couldn't have gotten far with those injuries. We'll find him soon.
The acrid stench of blood fills the air. It mingles with an unmistakable scent I associate with the predators. I put away my weapon and drag the lifeless body behind a nearby dumpster. Oops, you're dead! As soon as I enter the safe house, the metallic stench of blood hits me like a truck. There he is.
Why are you here?
In my safe house? In my safe house? In my safe house. Thank you. This is my safe house. I should be the one asking you that. I secure the door and adjust the camera. Then I approach the figure who's slumped against the wire mesh. I know you're Hermit. I'm also aware of your ties to Philo and Ever. But I don't want to hear your excuses right now, so don't say anything. My emotions are tangled mess. I try to remain expressionless as I make my way to the cot. I sit down.
Stay back.
His words are barely above a whisper, but I can hear the pain he's trying to hide. I have never seen Xavier like this. His usual composure is gone, and a visceral vulnerability stands in its place. As far as I'm aware, you've been treating this place like your home.
You're the one who gave me a key.
Oh! He looks at me, and the face I know so well feels like it belongs to a stranger. It's as if we're truly seeing each other for the first time. Aww. I see him for what he actually is. No. I regret giving you the key. If you showed up any later, you would have been locked out. No, bad me.
You already know.
Aww. It must have been hard for you to stay with me for the better part of the year. You had to be a naive rookie. You had your reasons for getting close to me, but I'm not exactly innocent either. I couldn't ignore the fact that Xavier had worked himself to the bone for me. He put in long hours for an awful salary. I can't say in good conscience that I owe him nothing. I couldn't offer you a lot of things. None of my promises to you were kept. I take a deep breath. I won't hand you over to Ever. I won't arrest you either, and I definitely don't want to see you die here.
Why?
'Cause I love you. Your death would lower the property value. God dang. I walk to the storage cabinet and rummage through it until I find the first aid kit. I'll file your resignation first thing tomorrow, and you don't have to sign it. That way, we're even tonight.
It's almost midnight. You can abandon me very soon.
Oh.
And you don't need to patch me up.
Oh. I sort of wish your mouth got injured instead of your arm. Girl, damn. I steel myself as I lean in to examine his blood-covered limb. They say Ever has been developing weapons specifically designed to fight the Predator. Is that why he's bleeding so much? It's the only way those bumbling idiots overpowered him. Hold still. Hello? I dab the alcohol-soaked gauze against his skin and wipe away the dried blood. Yet when the red smears fade, I see only unblemished skin. Confused, I meet his gaze.
I'm not hurt.
He suddenly pins me under him, and his weight presses me into the thin mattress. The old iron frame of the cot creaks in protest.
Don't move.
Okay. His hands grip my shoulders. Meanwhile, his authoritative voice is tinged with a raw, desperate need. I like him desperate.
Let me bite you.
His breath feels like it could burn my skin, and his whole body is soaked in sweat. He's not hurt, he's entering a frenzied state. Xavier, don't push your luck.
This isn't the first time.
He tilts his chin ever so slightly, and defiance shines in his gaze. My heart is loud as a drum. I close my eyes and wait for the sharp pain I'm certain will... Sharp teeth tentatively graze my neck. They're on my skin. It'd be easy to bite down. But he gently nibbles me instead. When the predator becomes frenzied, they shred their prey with reckless abandon and tear flesh from bone. But Xavier, he didn't do that. I forgot how to control my hands. I'm gonna set them here. I'm gonna put them right here. Calm down. Don't you usually carry suppressants with you, Xavier?
I didn't bring them with me this time.
I push him away and struggle to get off the bed. Then I grab a roll of tape from the shelf. You hid under the LCBI's nose while collecting the evidence for Ever's crimes. You killed 2 birds with 1 stone. And once you were aware of the LCBI's plans, you acted more freely as a hermit. That's how you escaped every time. Remembering the past, my voice has gradually died in anger. You're Hermit, the person I wanted to catch the most. He he doesn't struggle and allows me to bind him with duct tape. Listen. I'm pretty sure he could get out of that. But I like the effort. It's valiant.
And I'm at your mercy right now. Interrogation, torture, whatever you want to do to me, I'll accept everything.
I won't tell him that our time together was like finding a piece of candy on a construction site full of garbage. It's then that I realize how addictive unconditional trust can be. When a predator becomes frenzied, more primitive emotions influence their actions. I almost threw my tablet. My hands are actually folded right now because I wanted to flip my tablet. Because of that, the predators act according to their instincts. In order for him to maintain a rational state for a long time, there must be an activator on his body that regulates his frenzy levels. I'm digging my nails into my skin right now. This man, I can't. Okay. Have you come to your senses? Tell me where the activator is.
What if I don't tell you, though?
Then you're asking for trouble. The people who are after you will be knocking on the safe house door soon enough. Oh, God.
You said we used each other, which means you don't feel guilty. But that's a lie. When you're tied to me day in and day out, you'll realize how much I like you.
You're out of your mind. Oh, God.
You didn't abandon me, yet you didn't want me to die either. That right?
People dying means I'll have to fill out paperwork, I'm afraid. I'm not scared.
Or would you say this is how you tame people? Do you hate me? Do you think I'm a monster?
I am Scaroused. Okay.
Why? Don't you want to become like me?
I want to... No, stop that. No. I'm trying. I wish I could take a picture. Why won't you let me? There we go. No. Relax. I'll let you go once you're back to normal.
Initiating full body scan of the
I hate this. I don't like this. It freaks me out. I don't. Ah.
You don't
Oh,
mind, right?
I'm not in a good place. I'm not
Seeing
good.
me like
Move.
this.
Move, bitch.
Come closer.
None of it's working.
Let me see you. Come closer. Let me see you. Is that it? You're unusually cautious. Your hand is warm. Is that it? You're unusually cautious.
You are killing me. No. Do you see that?
Is
Do you
that
see
it?
that?
You're unusually cautious. Your hand
I
is
am in
warm.
rage.
You don't mind, right? Seeing me like this.
Thank you.
You don't mind, right? Seeing me like this.
Well, that's good. We got the bad one first. Oh my god. I don't think that's true, dear. Oh, damn. No, shit. Woo.
Then I should demonstrate the proper interrogation technique. Captain.
Listen. 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 Listen.
I'm sorry. I really am. You could have just left me like this. It wouldn't matter, and I'd be okay with that.
I'm so sorry for losing my shit in your ears. Linkon City is still churning with hidden turmoil, but Xavier and I aren't the only ones stirring the waters. Other forces have made their move. The veil has been lifted, and a network of secret research facilities is revealed. With a mountain of irrefutable evidence, ever on its last legs. Every high-ranking official has been convicted and handed over to the justice system. Unless something unexpected occurs, they'll spend the rest of their days in Linkon's most secure prisons. My efforts don't go unnoticed. I'm promoted with my salary and bonus doubled. I'm moving to a new apartment. It comes with round-the-clock security and serves as a reminder that lingering threats might still be around. Yet happiness eludes me. In the quiet hours of the night, my mind unwittingly thinks about him. Listen, I'm so glad you guys appreciate me losing my damn mind. Oh my god. Yeah. But I know a solution for the predator is about to arrive on the market. If he wanted to, he could effortlessly return to being an aloof heir and let our time together be nothing more than fleeting. Since my promotion to Operations Sector Manager 1, I rarely set foot on crime scenes anymore. I have no use for the safe house now, and frankly, I'd rather not look at it again. So I hired a real estate agent to find tenants.
Miss, I've been in this business for over a decade, but I haven't seen anyone throw money around like this.
Oh god.
It's been on the market for over a month with no potential buyers. Then someone called last night and said he wants to rent it. He's offering 10 times the market rate and wants to lock it in for 50 years. Don't you think this person has a few loose screws?
More than a few, and that's okay. I can't imagine not wanting this space. It's glorious, a wonderful place. Could you imagine the education in the district? Are you sure this isn't a scam?
He claims he already transferred the deposit. You might want to check and see if it went through. Also, he apparently wants to move in right away. Are you still at the property?
I am. It's not like I have a lot to pack anyway.
Just hand the keys over to him. He should already be on his way.
I broke myself. As I hang up, a wave of dizziness washes over me. Ever since the Ever case wrapped up, my luck has taken an unexpected turn for the better. It's not unexpected. You're dating Batman. Serving the chaos around me, I wonder if I should drop the price even more. But before I can make a decision, the soft click of a door catches my attention. It wasn't a knock. Someone is walking in. Yo, I'm sweating behind my knees.
Hello. You must be the landlady.
I changed my mind. This place isn't up for rent anymore.
You gave the real estate agent full authority over the property, and I already signed the contract.
Oh. Look at me, Deborah.
The penalty for a breach of contract is paying a fee that's 100 times more than the rent.
Well, damn. That's a threat if ever there was one. Yeah, you don't have that. Fine. This place is yours. Utilities are your responsibility. Check the fridge for any other notes. Damn. I toss him the keys and make an unsteady beeline for the door, but he shifts and blocks my exit. Is there a problem, sir? Do I need to clarify anything?
I joined the LCBI to keep an eye on your movements. It made things easier for me. An official title opened a lot of doors, so everything was simpler. But later on, I chose to stay because I wanted to be by your side.
I love you. He calmly says these words, but his body language tells a different story. His shoulder is angled in such a way that I can't escape. Do you want to? I believe I told you that I stopped caring about your real motives a long time ago. Terrified my resolve will falter, I crouch down and cover my ears. To my surprise, he copies me. We look at each other face to face. Damn it. That would also work on me. I can't say I fear. I don't fear. I just know that it would.
Is this how I'm supposed to respond when you say stuff like that?
What?
I'm not listening to you.
Stop. This is the best he could come up with in 6 months. Our gazes meet and I'm suddenly transported back to that night when we watched the fireworks. His eyes haven't changed, so why can't I bring myself to look at them now? I could see what's happening. And she don't have a clue.
Didn't you say bosses appreciate loyal employees? Well, my loyalty to you will never change.
Oh my god, Xavier. But I already hired a new assistant. I can't have two.
Pick me then. I come at a discount.
I raise my arm to shield my eyes from his gaze. No, literally same. I'd be like, please fucking stop. I can't. I can't. The interview will be at 9 a.m. Don't be late.
Okay.
My phone vibrates and tumbles out of my pocket. He could buy you another one, it's fine. When he retrieves it for me, he sees the contact name on the screen, subordinate number 2. Ignoring my shocked expression, Xavier answers the phone call. Xavier.
Hello?
Baby. Hey!
Hi. Yes, she's with me. Also...
Xavier. His unwavering gaze meets mine, and each word he says is slow and deliberate.
I'm sorry to say this, but you're fired.
Xavier! We work at a company, bro! There's processes for this. I love him. It's impossible not to love him. He is adorable. Adorable! I don't even want to see his bad ending. Fuck that. No, keep that to yourself. I'm gonna do it, obviously. Jeremiah, that would be funny. Alright, let's do a bad job. Even though I did a bad job the first time and we still got through. He wants you so bad.
Then I should demonstrate the proper interrogation technique, Captain.
Damn.
Don't be scared. It'll be over soon enough. Then you'll never leave me.
No! Listen. Are you listening? Can you guys hear me? Listen, I'm not trying to be that person. No, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. IRL, I'd probably be at least a little mad at it. You know, being a social pariah is a little annoying, but not mad at it in this situation. So, since we've come this far, should I tell you one of my secrets? A strange, restless energy surges through every fiber of my being. I cradle his face in my hands and look into the eyes that crave the words on my lips. The Xavier I fell in love with never existed. Surprisingly, his face reveals neither shock nor sorrow. It's as if he expected this. He leans in, and his lips brush against my ear as he whispers,
It's okay.
He slowly lowers his head, and his mouth finds that tender spot where my neck meets my shoulder. My consciousness begins to fade as pain blooms from my neck. The metallic scent of rust fills the air between us. His hand rests below my right shoulder blade. It traces a path down my spine. His touch ignites something deep within me like a spark touching a fuse.
If you genuinely want to run away from me, I'll keep you by my side by any means necessary.
That's a bad ending? I like him crazy. I really do. Okay. Anyway. Oh yeah, no, Silas is always last. I always do Silas last. That's my main. The only reason he's not technically last this time is if I get Raphael's, I have to do that one, obviously, but I'm not waiting, so. Listen, I really like Xavier's. I'm not mad at all at the ending. Listen, I'm scared of Zane's because I like Zane so much. I love Zane. I love them all, as you've noticed. I quite literally love them all. My favorite is definitely Silas. That is my man. But like, generally speaking, I am on all of their sides all the time. And if Silas did not exist, Zane would be my number one. I know enough that I'm anxious. Okay, I'm gonna step away real quick. Let me do what I have to do. I will return.